We've kept you guys waiting for over 2 months now for an update on our 1974 Suzuki T500 two-stroke that we pulled out of the junkyard.
In the first video, we got the bike to run. This video is the bike running and driving.
We've spent countless hours on bringing each and every piece back to life again.
So without further ado, enjoy video number 2, Old Iron, New Life.
Okay, well, that was a lot of spells. Well, we're back on the T500 Suzuki. I have a bunch of stuff ordered for this thing. Well, I don't have a bunch of stuff ordered. I have cables ordered. And I've got a big bunch of stuff from the swap meet. So I'm gonna start stripping some of this stuff off and cleaning it up what I can and replacing what I need to. I've got cables supposed to be here into the week, and cables are the big thing that's keeping me from riding this. This rear swing arm is bent, but I have torches. I'm gonna try to straighten that out. And I may get one eventually, but for now, it's fine. We're gonna take it apart and see what's wrong. If it's not like dangerous, we're gonna use it. So anyway, here we go. Hey. I caught it. I got a big load of dust all over my leg. I really didn't want to bust that. That way. It's just walking off. It didn't unscrew the thing. As long as it comes all the way off, I don't guess I care. It is slightly annoying that that piece stayed on. Just because it's in the way, but that's alright. Another exhaust.
Check that side for any dents.
A little more rust, but nothing major. Yeah, we're going to have to take this. We're going to take this wheel off so we can see what's going on a little bit better. I'm going to take this fender off because it's junk.
Yeah, it's about to like rip off right there. It's a very weak point, I noticed that.
I finally got all the bolts out of this. Fender is pretty bad. It's separated in here. But I mean, I can put it back on. Can bend that back out a little bit. A lead hammer that doesn't mar things up. I found this on the road years ago. Like before I had this place years ago.
That's crazy.
But it works real good for that. When you need to hit something real hard that you don't want to mar the threads on.
Yeah.
Eventually I'm going to run out of lead because it has a finite amount. This one did feel like it moved a lot. That did. Well, I didn't. I hurt the threads in one spot. I'll just grind that down. It'll be alright. Yeah. You gotta take... Oh. It's so you can leave that center hub in and take the tire off. Maybe. I'm not sure if it does that or not. I'm very I don't quite understand their like logic behind making this the way they did. I don't know why it couldn't just have a through bolt. Everything else. I guess it's better because it has a bearing inside that's independent of the wheel bearing. Seems like a waste of like time and money, but I'm not an engineer. That brake assembly still stuck. But there's the wheel. And I actually don't think the wheel is bent. I'm gonna put a bolt in the center stand, and now the frame sits straight. The center stand was letting it droop because one bolt was missing. So, swing arm.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little like over this way to me.
Yeah, it's tweaked right here. See, look right here. So if I sit it on those two braces, this part is straight with the board, but right here it kicks down. So I'd like to start by saying thanks to the guy that got me a swing arm, because I knew this would happen this way. This is the swing arm I ordered, I think. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that's been stuck in postage. It's funny that it got here today because over the weekend, I had a guy that offered me a whole bike to use for parts for this one to finish it, and then when I got my parts in, I could put it back together and, you know, sell it, whatever. So I went to almost beside Nashville. Was it? What was the name of that city?
I don't remember.
Somewhere in Tennessee, basically towards Nashville, but west. So we went up there and got a bike from this guy. It's a like T500 that's like chopped a little bit.
We can like pause and we'll show you that.
Yes. So we're gonna build that one too. The T500 chopper that I've referenced a couple times in the video. We got this one from a guy up in Tennessee when we needed a swing arm. He was like, hey, you probably don't need a whole bike, but this one's got a good swing arm. Well, I went and got it. I used a few parts on ours, and I'm gonna build this one back because I'm eventually gonna sell it. Or I mean, I would sell it now if someone wanted it. It helped me get mine going, and that was its purpose. But I won't let it sit. I will fix it. The motor kicks over nice in this one. It's got good compression. This one will run with minimal work. I took one set of points out of it and the oil pump and the controls and the, well, I have another front brake assembly. I just stole the shoes. So took a few pieces off, but for the most part, it's all still here. And I have a lot of the stuff I took off in like just slightly worse condition from the other bike. So we're gonna build this one back. It'll be a cool build. So if y'all need some project bikes, we also have a Pooch Twingle that is for sale. It's on Facebook for $450. I'd take less. It's a parts bike. And I have a 750 Honda that I'm gonna build eventually, or it could be bought right now. Another T500 build on this channel, but for right now, we're gonna put this thing together. I'm gonna open this. I think it's the swing arm I ordered, but I'm pretty sure. The box is kind of dusty, like it's been sitting somewhere for way too long. Oh, it's got a bolt and a nut. Okay, we don't need that. If we can get the swing arm on and everything back together on the back, I'm gonna roll it off the lift and flip it around because I gotta take the front, the triple tree apart to put those headlight brackets on and do, we got a lot of work to do up there. Now look how twisted that is. Sitting flat at the back and see the front.
Oh, wow. You should play the other one beside it.
Yeah, it's twisted here too. Coots. Yeah, see?
Wow.
That was why I didn't want to straighten it, because it's bent in more than one direction. Which way does it need to go?
Left.
In.
Yeah, I think so.
Really grease in the face.
Wow.
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, these are far from perfect, but I wire brushed the one on the right. The one on the left is still scaly. We're just gonna wire brush them and put them back. They're not froze up, they do move. I'm sure the shocks don't do much shock absorbing, but they'll work for now. The parts bike we have has, it's been hardtailed, so I don't have another set of shocks. One on. this fit over? Yes, it does. Okay. Beautiful. Where? It's holding there. It is making shaking sounds.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like cracking.
It is. I don't know if it may just be riding up in the wheel. It's got 20 pounds in it. It needs a little more, but I don't know that. We might just leave her be right there. We might do our first test ride with that and then like get a tire. Ew.
Whoa.
That smells raunchy. Okay, well, I need to get all that out. We do not have any brake shoes on there that resemble working.
This is kind of what we were talking about in the last video, where we used a combination of heat and chemicals combined to get unstuck pieces.
You mean get stuck pieces unstuck?
That.
Yeah, this broke off when I was trying to take it out. And I welded I welded one nut to it and it broke off. This is the second one. A little thing, I was turning a little bit and locked down, so I'm just going a little at a time. That's it. Dry in there. Beautiful. Now I'm okay with turning this thing around and working on the front end. And we got to take this triple tree apart because I want to change these.
Yeah.
And if I got the bars and everything off, that seems like the most logical time to do that.
Yeah.
Plus we can clean all this up. Get out of here. Alright. The chances of me getting those Phillips head screws off are slim to none. I don't need to save that light, or that screw.
How dare you not try to save this? Look at that pristine.
How dare you? How dare you, she says.
It's original and unrestored. I don't know that that screw is going to come out of there. Can I get more leverage on it? Nope, I'm bending my screwdriver. Actually, I opened the screw a little bit. Nope. I'm going to just grind that one until I cut the head off. Need to call that guy that has the headlight that we bought at the swap meet and see if he'll ship it, the one that I forgot to get. Because I'm going to need it. Beautiful.
I don't have one of the parts bikes out there, do you?
No, unfortunately. That's a ground.
So chrome does get kind of rusty, but it just takes, would you say it just takes a lot longer than normal?
The chrome comes off, that's what happens. It flakes off, and where it flakes off, it rusts. Like right here, see the bubbles?
Yeah.
That's gonna rust. Here's some rust that's already there, and there's nothing you can do about it. Chrome absolutely does rust. The chrome doesn't rust. The chrome comes off and then the metal rusts. We're at least removing the crust. And I have installed these things that bought at the swap meet, the headlight holder pieces, on top of the triple tree, the bars. We got a new throttle cable. So we are rocking and rolling. We also cleaned this fender. It's not perfect, but it looks a whole lot better. So I ordered some new brake shoes. My fault, completely not these guys' fault. Thank you, Brick House Builds, for sending these in a very timely manner. I am an idiot and ordered the wrong ones. I think these are for the rear. But they are too small. You have to go overhead to see that they're too small. Straight up and down. There you go. So, I think these are for the rear. Every parts catalog you find shows this part number fitting this bike, but it doesn't. So, we're gonna see if they fit the rear. My parts bike I had outside had this unit in it, which is correct.
Which we didn't want to take that bike apart, which is why we ordered these guys from Brickhouse Builds. So yes, we could have just did that from the get-go, but the ones from Brickhouse Builds were like, what, less than
They were cheap.
$20?
Like 20 bucks or something.
Yeah.
Great price, great guys. Check them out if y'all need any parts, or also subscribe to their channel. They do cool motorcycle stuff also.
Let's see, where is there?
There was a card in there.
Yeah, there it is. I was trying to get. So this is these guys. We met them at Barber this past year. We were set up pretty much right beside their campsite, so we got to know them. But they have all the social media sites and a YouTube as well.
So we're on the Suzuki again, and since y'all have last seen it, we flipped it around. I pulled the back wheel off because I got to put a chain on it anyway, and the brake shoes we bought hoping they would fit the front fit the back. So I'm very happy about that. Back, it has narrow shoes, so these that I ordered are correct. Let's flip them upside down, but you get the point. So these will work in the back, so we're gonna have more than just front brakes. We have front brakes and back brakes now. So thank y'all for having old parts. Got the clutch and brake lever installed. The front brake is cables installed and it works.
Let's check that out. Do it again.
So all
Man.
that works. Hopefully by the end of the week we're gonna be riding this thing around the yard at least. I don't have a gas tank, so we're gonna be riding it with a bottle or something. So a lot of y'all ask, why was I cutting the chain? Why didn't I grease it? Well, because this new chain from Amazon was cheap, that's why. It's not worth my time. So, I'm gonna measure this out and cut some new chain.
We just did this on the tandem bicycle that we took to Road Run.
Yeah, I can't get to the next one. Alright, so I'm gonna take this link.
Back wheel is going on.
It's as clean as it's gonna get. We cleaned up this stuff a little bit, cleaned up that stuff, put new brake shoes in it, chains cut. This is weird to me, but whatever. We got new brake shoes in it. They do brake shoe things.
Clean the wheel up as best I could.
Oh, you didn't clean the surface where the shoes ride.
Oops.
That was the only part of this that I was really concerned about.
And the only part I didn't do.
Yeah, because that will eat the shoes immediately.
But I did get the wheel shiny.
The wheel is very shiny.
And yes, it's not perfect because there is
Oh, this
rust
wheel is
in there.
trash. It's an interesting master link clip. Usually they're split all the way down. That one's got a weird hanging in it. If you hold this, now I'm basically just want to make sure the clutch was free. It will spin, and you let go of the clutch, and it spins the engine. So, I'm very happy about that. I'm putting the head pipes on. We're gonna try to run this thing for a little bit and like run it longer than one rev. I've got all the controls on. We got a clutch, we got brakes. So I'm gonna put these head pipes on and get some fuel over here and get our ignition system juiced again. We're gonna see if we can keep this thing running for a little bit.
You want to tell them about my Rebel and the time that the pipes flew off, or one of them came off?
Oh yeah, we were in North Dakota, or yeah, we were still in North Dakota. We were going down for Sturgis from North Dakota. We were riding the Rebel, and one of the exhaust pipes fell completely off, and we're like an hour from wherever we were. And she rode the thing with no like head, but it fell off the head completely. The bolts were stripped, and it fell off.
We were on the
And-
side of whatever road and scrounging around for road debris.
Yeah, I tied it up where it wouldn't drag with like a piece of wire I found on the road and rode it back. And we're talking an hour of pinned because we're on a Rebel and it's all straight roads up there. So we're going like 65.
Well, I was on the Rebel, Daniel was on the Harley Ironhead, and then our friend Pearson was on the Kawasaki
Yeah.
or Grom, one of the two.
Either way, you had it pinned. And the reason I say this is so many people, if it's just in our reels, don't be starting that with the head pipes off. You're going to burn the valves. And I'm like, well, for one, it's a 2-stroke. It doesn't have valves. And for 2, yes, I know that you can damage stuff, but it's fine.
But my little Honda Rebel that could,
Yeah.
it still was still couldn't.
Yeah.
And then we swapped it to the 450.
Yeah, it was fine. I'm not saying you should go do that, but
Yes, don't take our advice. And just
also
ride
it's
it
a
around.
motorcycle. If it explodes, go get another engine, like, or fix it.
These things, according to like some of the other people, are pretty much like a tank.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna hurt this. If I didn't bust that piston taking this thing apart the way I did, it's fine. I fully expected to destroy it, but I didn't.
Yeah, we were ready for mass destruction.
All right.
We still may have mass destruction, and then you guys can say "told you so," but
Oh,
We'll
we
see
have
what
we have
happens.
another engine that I got from a swap meet for almost no money.
that is true.
So, I mean, it's not that I don't care. I don't want to destroy stuff, but if it explodes, then I'm gonna get my Perch motor and put
We'll
down.
fix it.
Yeah, yeah, we're mechanics. We fix stuff, so it's not the end of the world if something breaks, like literally at all. I don't think the oil pump is getting enough oil supply because that hose is kinked and I think that tank is about plugged and it's leaking. So I got another tank from my like parts stash and it's got a line on it that's less conglomerated together.
And it's blue.
And it's the right color and it has a badge on it. So I'm gonna take this tank off and install this one. So, can't get the screws out of this tank, so I took the clear sight glass that was busted in mine out of one of the other. I have 3 more tanks for these. So, I got that. Now I'm going to, if I can make it all stay in the right place. The little sight glass was leaking because it was a washer and not a sight glass, and because the O-ring was not existent. So now we're gonna have a sight glass, and I'm gonna change the little deal on the bottom and get rid of that piece of kinked hose. I don't think I've got enough supply of oil to the pump. I've never really had one of these systems not work. They've always just worked, but I've always checked them. If you just swing this arm over, typically they'll smoke more because you're over oiling them, and it didn't seem to make a difference. So I'm under the impression that I don't have enough oil. So I'm gonna address that before I run it anymore. I'm gonna switch this line and get rid of all this kink junk. And then I think I'm gonna open or crack all of these bolts up here and run it and make sure that I've got oil flow there. Well, I got my leaky oil tank fixed and got oil in it. I got this hose, a new hose here. They're open. I got all these fittings cracked up here. We're gonna kick it over one time and see if it'll start and let it run for a second and see if we get oil right there, just to verify. You just run.
It's camera shot.
I really want to hold that open without holding the drop. I have no oil, do I?
I don't know, your hand's in the way. I can't see anything.
Well, what we were trying to film wasn't where my hand was. Alright, let's try to put some pressure in this tank and push through here, because those are all cracked. We were trying to film here. I got nothing yet. I feel like I'm gonna need to take one of these hoses completely off. Maybe it won't. What I really want to do is blow pressure on this and let you go kick it.
Oh boy.
Go kick this thing over. Apparently there's a bleeder on these pumps. This is the first two-stroke I've ever done, aside from like ones that just took premix. Apparently this is the bleeder. It is very stiff, which makes me think that this pump is full of trash and old solidified oil and junk. Well, if that's a bleeder, it don't come out. Interesting. Uh-oh. So that was backwards thread. Now these oil lines were clogged, and I put them in my ultrasonic cleaner and cleaned them and then blew them out. And before I put them in the ultrasonic cleaner, I couldn't blow them out. And then I soaked them in transmission fluid because that was all I had enough of to soak to pre-fill them. So now we're going to reinstall them. Hopefully at that point we will have oiling. Trying not to dump all the oil out of these things. I got this oil pump off my parts motor, and I decided to test it before I put it on, and this one works. You see it drips oil out all of the hoses. You actually see the air bubbles moving. Alright, I've seen enough of that. Pouring oil everywhere.
We determined that the other one was not.
The other one was not pumping oil. I left all this stuff loose and ran this thing for a minute, and I got scared because I was tired of it not pumping oil. So I stopped. And I took this oil pump and I decided to test this, and I've spun the other one before I've spun the other one also, and it does not work. Should have filmed that, but you know, whatever. You live and you learn.
We were also tired and agitated and just...
Yeah, I was irritated with this thing because it would not oil.
So we started fresh on a new day.
I think the plug's fouled or something. I don't know what the problem is. It's gotta have compression because it's pulling vacuum on that side.
I feel air coming out from the pipe in my leg.
So that plug is soaked. I wonder why it doesn't fire. I love the way those things sound.
You want to say anything since you're right here?
I got this thing stuck together. I got a key switch in it and a battery. So we're not using the jump box anymore. It's running good. I got this for a gas tank. This tank is trash. The seat's just sitting on it. We're gonna take her for a ride. I got oil in the tank. We're just gonna go around the yard. Yes, I'm wearing shorts. Don't yell at me. I'm only riding in the yard.
We have been down before, so we know to dress for the slide and not the ride.
Yeah. All right, brake check. Yep, we got front brakes. I don't care about the rear. It don't have a side stand either. I totally didn't put the shifter on. plan for the Suzuki is we're gonna button it up. We're not doing a restoration. We just wanted to get it mechanically working. I am gonna try to find a tank for it, or if I can't find one, I may cut that one apart and like actually fix it. It's gonna need some rust repaired, like actually patch panels welded in because it's bad. So that's where I'm at with that. It runs and rides. It needs some cosmetics, but it's pretty good.
There's two other things. I entered myself in the Miss Beatersville contest. That show is coming up the end of May 26th. It's in Kentucky. But if you guys have a Facebook and you go on Facebook and then you search for a couple of things down, look for the contestants, there'll be my picture with the Cadillac on there. Right now I'm in second place with 215 votes. So if you guys would like drop a like on that, if you have Facebook, on that original picture, that would be much appreciated. And then the other thing is we do have a few of these shirts left. Probably, I think there's only like...
There's very few.
Yeah, very few. But we do have a few sizes left. If you would like to purchase one from us, you can send us an email or you can go on our website and order one from there because they are on our website, resurrectedgarage.com. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
I think that's it.
Yeah, other than we'll be at Beatersville the end of May, and then we will be going to Peace and Grease's show in Ohio. That's in a week or two.
That's not...
The 17th, 18th, 19th.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks. It's the weekend after the next weekend.
So that'll be our first time in Ohio. We're pretty excited.
Yeah, we're excited about that.
Yeah, we've
and
never
if y'all
been
have
to
a free weekend, go check out their show. It should be pretty good. And check them out on YouTube. They're Peace and Grease.
Yeah, so there'll be a lot of other YouTube people there as well from what we've been hearing. So hopefully it'll be a good turnout for them. We're excited. But that's all we have for now. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we will catch you on the next one.
See y'all. Am I really gonna hold the cat for this?
I don't know.
On today's rendition of Kitties on Camera.
We just wanted to say a special thank you to the guys who have donated to PayPal or donated items to help further our channel. We put our PayPal link at the end of the video if anyone ever wants to donate $1 or $2 or whatever they feel led. It all goes back into the channel, and we have been blessed to have added some better tech equipment to make even better quality videos. You guys really are the true MVPs and sponsors of the channel. Thank you.